I was told that I didn't stand a chance. I took all of that in and went, yeah, nah.
These are just some of the women who are a part of our country's 48th Parliament. And it'll be a record-breaking Parliament. Because this election, Australia voted in more women than ever before. The votes are still being counted, but we know at least 65 seats in the House of Representatives will be held by women, most of them coming from the Labor government, along with quite a few crossbenchers. Whilst the Liberal Party has its first female leader, Susan Lee. Meanwhile, women will hold at least 41 of the 76 Senate seats, which is more than half. Now you may be thinking, what's the big deal? After all, we're pretty used to seeing women hold high positions in government. But things haven't always been this way. For a long time, no Australian woman, in fact, any woman in the world had the right to vote, let alone stand for Parliament. And for a long time, women fought to change that. In 1894, the South Australian government became the second in the world to give women the right to vote. And the first in the world to let women run for election. 8 years later, the newly federated nation of Australia passed similar laws, allowing women to vote and stand in Parliament, although some states still had laws excluding Indigenous people from those rights. The first woman to sit in Australian Parliament was Edith Cowan in Western Australia in 1921. But it wasn't until 1943 that the first women were elected to federal parliament. Their names were Dorothy Tagney and Enid Lyons. And they walked into parliament side by side.
This is the first occasion upon which a woman has addressed this House. For that reason, it's an occasion which, for every woman in the Commonwealth, marks in some degree a turning point in history.
At the time, there weren't even women's toilets in Parliament House. And a lot of people were still prejudiced about the roles women should play.
It isn't so easy because the majority of men's electors are highly prejudiced against the idea of women taking part.
Over the years, the number of women in Parliament has continued to grow.
But I hope that in the future we'll be represented in numbers according to our numbers in the electorates.
We've had female speakers, governor-generals, and in 2010, our first and only female Prime Minister, Julia Gillard. In 2013, Nova Peris became the first Indigenous woman to sit in Parliament. All of these women have paved the way for where we are today, so that now it can feel like the norm when women vote and when women are elected.
If there's women in Parliament, then it inspires other young women.
It doesn't matter about the gender or it mostly just matters about if they're going to take care of our country and if they're good at it.
Most women and men work together and they make a good team.
It's good for everyone to have a voice because everyone deserves that.